You can be massively more successful with your music and massively grow over the next 12 months if you stop giving up on your songs. Did you know in 2008, Airbnb launched their business? They started as Air Bed and Breakfast. They tried different versions, they pivoted, they pulled stunts like selling election-themed cereal, but it wasn't catching on. So they did something really interesting. They relaunched the business exactly the same again. And then again. And then again. They did this several times. Every time they did it, they had a new excuse to go to press, new excuses for new marketing, for socials, for parties. They had a reason to talk about the business. And do you know what? It worked. Everybody did. Now, why does this matter to you as an artist? Because the truth is, you release a song and traditional music culture says that it's done. It's finished. You drop it, you move on. But songs aren't manufactured like physical CDs anymore. They don't live in stores with a fixed shelf life. They're digital, they're alive, therefore they are fluid. So, why can't you release a song, and if it flops or just doesn't do as well as you want it to do, why can't you do it again? Especially if meantime you've built up some momentum on other songs. Why accept the flop when you can relaunch? Who says you can't relaunch a song 6 times? Now here's how the story works in music. Let's say you released a track and it didn't hit in the way that you had hoped for. So instead of burying it, you don't delete it. You create a 2026 version and you upload it with a brand new ISRC code, new artwork, and new video. You give it new context. Hey, I released this a year ago and I still believe in it, and now I want to give it some love that it deserves. Yes, your hardcore fans will notice. So what? This isn't about ego. This is about results. Now, you're going to give the song another chance, another campaign, another launch, just like Airbnb gave their business another chance and another launch. Now, as we are all aware, often it's not the song, it's the marketing, it's the management that lets it down. And now let's be honest, you might have loved the song, but maybe it didn't deploy the content or promotion around it. The infrastructure wasn't there. But this time, you're different. You're better. You understand more. You have more tools in your arsenal. You have more audience. You have more knowledge. So why can't you repurpose the song and give it the launch that it should have had? By the way, this is not new, right? Aerosmith released Dream On in 1973, but it was re-released in 1976, and when they did, that was the moment that propelled the band to huge levels. Now imagine if that song wasn't re-released. Now if you like this idea and you are thinking of relaunching some of your older songs, then here's a checklist of what I think is important. Firstly, don't pick a song just because you love it. Pick it because you do love it, but the data supports it. Now, if you go into your analytics in your Spotify for Artists or your YouTube Studio, does it have a higher save rate than your other tracks? Are people engaging with it more than others? Because we need to test. So testing content on TikTok or Reels or Facebook with some hooks to see if people are responding, that is really important. Can you see potential in the data? Because then we can repackage smarter. New artwork, new video, new visuals, maybe a remix or an acoustic version. That new ISRC code, if you're essentially relaunching it as a new version, means fresh metadata, new pitch to playlist, new campaigns. You can run a proper campaign that you might have not done last time. And then, of course, we go into the content creation side of things, where content is created every day over a short period, bringing the song to life with content and versions and fan reactions and short clips and long videos. Why not? Make hundreds of pieces of content, not 5 or 10. And this is really important because recently I've seen people making 5 to 10 pieces of content around a new song and then telling me it doesn't work. And I'm like, what are you talking about? 5 to 10 pieces of content where people are going to see that piece of content for potentially potentially 2 to 3 seconds, and you're giving it to them 5, 6, 7 times, expecting them to fall in love with a new artist and a new song. No, 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 no. This is a numbers game. This is a probability game. This is about how we make hundreds of pieces of content that are straddling 4, 5, 6 different platforms and different features on those platforms, from reels, long form, short form, stories, YouTube shorts, YouTube longs. There's many, many different ways of skinning a cat. Then think about collaborations with other artists, creators, or influencers to give it that fresh exposure. You've also got ads, retargeting to people who already know who you are, and they have that context because they've engaged with your music. But this time, you're not starting cold. What about press or PR? The stuff that everyone talks about, no one actually does. And if they do, they send an email saying, my new song's coming out. And nobody gives a shit. Why don't we come and bring this to life with a story? Something like, this is the song that brought me back to life. Interesting, I'm listening. And then you tell a story about the song. That is much more of a strong PR angle than just saying, hey, my new song is out now from an artist that you don't know. Please remember that the music industry that we are in right now is not the same traditional industry that we think it is. We make up our own rules. An album can be 149 songs. A song can be 31 seconds or 42 minutes and 4 seconds. You can release 35 versions of a song if you choose to, except everyone tells you why you can't do that. But why not? Why can't you do these things? Who's telling you you can't outside of tradition? So remember, songs don't die. They just stop being managed. The difference between a flop and a classic is often just persistence and the willingness to not give up. Now, if this has helped you or you want to work with me in some way or another, then check the links below. Otherwise, come and say hi in the comments because I really do appreciate it. Otherwise, let's stop going with traditional music and let's start making up our own rules. Have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one.